I'm here in Thailand right now. So I thought I'd come on here and say hi to y'all before I go to bed. Go to bed sometime. Honey, I was in the airport the other day. Y'all get in here. Write your questions and I'm going to answer what I want to answer. I'm going to skip the ones I don't want to answer. And if I ain't see a question, baby, I ain't see it. But no, for real. I was in the airport the other day. And it made me feel so good. Because this woman, I was getting my, where was I at? Oh, I was getting nausea medicine because my stomach wasn't feeling right. And I was like, I'm not about to get on this flight and not have my stomach right. So I was getting some just in case nausea medication. It's just for just in case. And it was at the counter. I was digging in my purse trying to get my little medicine, my money out. And a woman said to me, she says, "You are beautiful." I said, "Me?" She said, "You are beautiful." It made me feel so nice, y'all. So get in here. Can we chit chat for a minute, y'all? Okay. I'm gonna need y'all women to open your mouth and shoot your shot, okay? For real. Cause I just watched this meme it was on Essence, on Essence IG page, Essence like the magazine, who does the big festival every year and everything. On their IG page, they had this, it was like a little skit of this woman, like, she was calling herself shooting her shot at the gym. And every time the guy walked by her, she like smiled at him and do little shit, but he wouldn't like respond. And I'm like, girl, if you don't open your mouth, y'all be wanting these men to do everything. The man gotta catch your hint. He gotta pay the bill. He gotta do this. He gotta do that. Gotta do the other. And y'all wondering why y'all end up single into the oblivion. Y'all just be single forever. And meanwhile, the girl who is willing to open her mouth get the man. Meanwhile, the girl who is willing to put in effort gets the man as well. I'm not saying you got to do his job, but baby, at least do your part. You see what I'm saying? Right? Oh, you saw that one too, Tiki? Yeah, like, come on now. Baby, I don't wait on not nail man to speak to me. You out your motherfucking mind? I ain't waiting on a man to speak to me. I'm good. Hi. How are you? Where are you from? You're from here. I'm sorry. Are you here with anybody? You're not. Are you sure? I don't want anybody to be offended by the fact that I'm flirting with you. And you're flirting with me. Yes, you're flirting with me. I see you looking at me. Honey, the fuck? If you do this, right? If you put it in a man's hands to let him know that he can have you, that he got you, girl, they run with it. But they just be scared sometimes. It's like you be scared. And no man is going to approach you unless he knows he's not going to get rejected. Why should he take a risk? He's a man. He's like, shut the fuck up. He should not take a risk. He's going to go where he feels like there's a good shot. Right? So the key is you flirt by letting the man know that you open to his interests. Because once he knows, he going to run on it. He gonna run. You said, why are you in the bed this late? Would you prefer that I stand on my head on the sidewalk? What else do you do at 3 o'clock in the morning? I'm in Thailand, sugar. What am I supposed to do? But yeah, what you expect these men to do? Yeah, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is open your mouth or shut up about being single. Put in some effort or shut up about being single. Right? Yeah. I'm just saying this. Anyway, well, let me go to my question here. Let me see here. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, can we talk another thing? Can we talk another thing? This is to y'all women out here, okay? First of all, let me tell you this, okay? I've always been somebody who have been of the belief that I don't believe that men should pay 100% of everything. I think that it should be, I don't know, 50. I'm not going to say 50-50. But I do think that, over time, I'm going to a bigger point, so just listen. I do think that over time, things need to be equitable financially within your dating dynamics, especially within your relationships with a man, whatever. The real ones know. It's these ones who ain't halfway married or ain't halfway been with nobody beyond about a year. Talking about he need to pay for everything all the time or else he ain't a man. Girl, everybody I know who been married for a good couple years, especially a good couple decades, will tell you. Sometimes he pay for everything, sometimes I pay for everything. Sometimes we split it, sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes it's 80-20. All right? Argue with those women, don't argue with me, okay? I'm just telling you what I see. All right? But I also do understand, on the flip side, why so many of y'all are so clear about the fact that you do want a man that can show up for you financially. Because baby, this new generation of men out here, have y'all, these motherfuckers do not mind you spending your good motherfucking money on them. They do not mind this shit. These motherfucking men will expect you to get on your back for them to watch TV, right? Will expect you to get on your back for him. Meanwhile, he will and ask you for money in general, right? Will sit down to dinner with you as a big grown woman. I get why y'all this way. I used to judge y'all for your stances on men putting up money and spending money, but I get it now, right? Because the fuck shit I have dealt with in my own life, I'm like, the fuck? Are you kidding me? How are you raised as a big grown motherfucking man, and when a dinner bill come out, you don't even reach for it to be like, hey, do you want me to, first of all, grab the motherfucker. And if you can't afford to grab the shit, then at least be like, you want me to get half? You want me to get the tip? All for something. You know what I'm saying? And will expect you, girl. I think it's the most emasculating, sorry ass thing on earth. When a grown ass motherfucking man, I don't care how little money you got, don't offer to put up something or come to you asking for money. Because my logic is this. Girl, don't you ever spend no money on no fucking man unless he is your man. If he's your man, y'all split things up. Y'all do however y'all want to do it, right? But do not ever spend no money on no man that's not your man. I'm going to tell you why. Because in terms of don't fit the whole bill. Y'all can split the dates. Y'all can do whatever. Y'all can have to do it. But don't you foot the whole bill on that motherfucking thing. Because my thing is, how would he be eating if he wasn't with you today? How would he be getting around if he wasn't with you today? If his ass is too damn broke to pay for food, then he don't need to be with you. What, you a soup kitchen? I don't understand. So I get it now. I get it. Because I'm like, I used to judge y'all. I got to be real with y'all. I used to judge a lot of y'all. But like, oh my God, I'm not spending nothing on no man, blah, blah, blah. I think that's an extreme, but I think that what it comes down to, that a lot of y'all don't articulate as well as I think you could, because I think you should articulate this better, is that you're trying to set a standard that I'm not here to support him. I'm not taking my level of financial stability or my level of abundance to supplement him, to support him, to do anything the fuck for him. I don't care if that man scrubs toilets for minimum wage every day. He still makes a living. He still makes money. He still has to feed himself. He's got to clothe himself. He's got to house himself. So if he can afford to do any of those things, then he can afford to contribute in some equitable way when it comes to y'all's dating. You see what I'm saying? Well, she like to eat at certain kind of places, and I can't afford those kind of places. Then you should recommend a place that you can afford to pay the full bill at, or can afford to at least pay half the bill at. Take her ass to McDonald's then. If you can't afford nothing else, take her to McDonald's. Because if she rock with you, then that's cool. That's going to work for her. Or learn to cook so you can cook something for her. See, the thing is, we don't know how broke you are when you utilize your skills the right way. See, back in the day, I remember my ex from years and years and years and years and years ago. We were students, right? So neither of us really had no money. And what he would do is he's a real man. He's a real motherfucking man. You hear what I'm saying? He's a real motherfucking man, right? What would he do for me? He cook for me. Babe, I'm going to come over to your house at a little studio apartment, no bigger than this hotel room. Right? He come over there, I'm going to cook something for you. What you going to make for me? I'm going to make you a honey bun cake. Ooh, I didn't know what a honey bun cake was, but that shit was amazing, right? He make me a honey bun cake. What else he make me? He make me fried chicken. He make me all kinds of stuff. He could cook. You know what I mean? Be making me pot roast pastas and everything else like that. Right? He worked within, he utilized his skills within that. So to me, girls, let me tell you this, okay? If a man utters out his mouth to ever ask you for something, if a man lets you pull out your wallet and he don't even offer to pay not even part of it, or at least do something later, you got that, let me get this later. I got whatever later. Or you got dinner, or you got, whatever. Run. Fast. Don't fuck with him. Don't deal with him. Don't do nothing about him. Right? I love what Singled Out Loud says. She says, exactly, It's the thought and showing his thoughtfulness, which is value. Yes, absolutely. 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 I love a man who can cook. Even if he just try to cook. Because here's my thing. Let's be real, okay, baby? You ain't really got to know how to cook to impress a bitch. You really don't. Call your mother up and be like, "Ma, that one dish, how you do that?" Or call your auntie up. I got my cousin Crystal. I call her up for a recipe in a hot minute. Girl, how you make that? How you make that? And she'll tell me the recipe right over the phone. She can't give you exact measurements, but you get a sense of it. You know, now we got video phones or whatever. What you call these? So you use FaceTime, whatever. You like, "Girl, is this the right amount? Okay, it's good. Okay, cool. Let's do that." You know what I'm saying? You just make a good dish for her. You see what I'm saying? That's all it takes. You said, what if you take turns paying? I think that's very acceptable. Especially for people in a real deal relationship. If you're just doing that initial stage of courting, okay, I get it. He pays the bill all the time, whatever. But real grown folks, when you get into a real relationship with two people who are making whatever they're making, you know, not one person's exponentially richer than the other person. You know what I'm saying? Those people who are relatively equitable. Generally, you want to do that. You know, he may do date night this night. You may do it the next night. Or he may handle date night, but then you handle, you handle brunch the next day. I don't know, whatever. People do what they do. You know, I think that that's perfectly fine. And I think that's actually equitable and real. You know, what I'm referring to as a problem is these men who, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if it's something in the water. I don't know if maybe Ronatona got to some of them. You know, they call it that lasting effects of it. They got to them where it just took away their manhood. It snatched their manhood from their soul. Right? Because I ain't never in my whole life seen men, grown men, gay and straight, on all sides, who are comfortable with asking their partner for money or to pay for shit and let them do it. I say, what the fuck is this shit? I ain't heard of. I don't understand. And you want, what? Who? How? No. Can't be. Couldn't be. Ooh, honey. I can't see my questions in the questions box, y'all. So y'all have to write your questions into the screen because I can't see questions in here for whatever reason. She said, little boys need not apply. It's a mindset, not an age, but it's a mindset. I hear you. What's my next question? Some men don't even like... She said, some men don't even like to pump your gas anymore. They don't pump your gas. So you got a big grown man letting you get out the car to pump your own gas. Ooh, my goodness. Ooh, my God. Ooh, my goodness. Oh, no. How do I like Thailand? I love it. It's very nice. This is my first time in this part of Thailand. I'm in Bangkok now. It's very modern. I actually did a video on one post about it. I've been to Phuket before, like the island. But it was rainy season, so I really didn't do much except for go to Muay Thai fights every night. So it was cool. You say, MJ, why are you single? Because I choose to be, and I have the financial freedom that allows me to be. The question is, why do some of y'all still try to run towards relationships even when you're in periods in your life where you don't need one? The question is, why do you all feel insufficient without a man? The question is why is that even a question to me? Is if somehow or another someone has to explain and or validate why they choose not to be in a relationship. As if somehow or another a relationship is the litmus test, the goal, the milestone that we're all working towards. No, baby, some of us are whole. No, this isn't speaking about you, right? Nothing against you, my dear. But some of us are whole. So we're not climbing up that mountain, running towards, waiting for, trying to get a man. All right? Because we get our needs met, period. If I want companionship, I got it. If I want to go someplace, I can do it. Bills are paid. I don't need nobody to split no bills with me. Okay? I don't need nobody to take care of me. Okay? If mother wants to have the loneliness kissed away, well, mother feels whole. Mother doesn't feel lonely. You see where I'm going with that? So when you have all your needs met, you'd be surprised how your orientation towards relationships automatically changes. I talk about that in my book. If you haven't ordered it, you should. Because I do talk about that. I ask the question, there's one of my chapters in there where I say, do you really want to be in a relationship right now? There's nothing against them. I have nothing against relationships. The question is, do you really want one? Or are there unmet needs in your life that you are seeking to have filled within a relationship because you have been conditioned to believe that that's the only thing that a relationship can provide those things? Or you've been conditioned to believe that somehow or another you are insufficient without one. You saw your mama's in relationships unhappy as hell, but yet y'all still think that somehow or another something that you gotta have one, or there's something wrong with you if you don't have one. Ooh, why they ain't got one? Must be something wrong with them. No. The question is, y'all who sitting in these damn fucked up ass relationships continuously, why the fuck y'all still in them? Why the fuck you still dating the same type of men, expecting different types of outcomes? Why the fuck don't you have a high enough self-esteem to be comfortable with being single for a while? Why is it that somehow or another you feel insufficient, lonely, or damn near fucking depressed because you don't have nobody to lay beside you at night? Help me to understand that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. I tell people this, I say, think about what is it you want out of a relationship. What do you want out of a relationship? Be honest with yourself. Do you want companionship? Cool. Do you want intimacy, y'all know what I mean. Cool. Do you want a travel buddy? Cool. Let's be practical. Do you want somebody to help lighten the load financially, split these bills? Right? What is it that you want out of a relationship? Because you're saying, I want a relationship, but no, what does a relationship mean to you? Because just having a man don't mean nothing. That's just somebody sit on your couch. What do you want from one? You want kids. What is it you want? Right? And then ask yourself, is it a requirement that all these needs be met solely through an intimate partner? Could I get these needs met in the meantime in other ways? Not to say there's anything wrong with one needs to come from an intimate partner, but are you telling me you're going to sit here and wait on getting these needs met until you meet somebody who can provide all that? This is your life. You deserve to be happy now. Okay? So maybe it's a matter of saying, okay, I like to travel. Okay, well, I don't need no boyfriend for that. I can travel with me and my friend. Okay, bam, got that need, man. I got a travel buddy. Somebody who got enough money to travel with me, I can travel with them. Cool, we got, bam, got that. Or you get a little travel bait. You travel, y'all do what you do, but then y'all go back home. I want companionship, somebody to hang out with. You can find somebody for that. I want this, I want that. Because what you may find is that once you start to meet those needs through other people, rather it's an intimate partner or not, you may quickly start to find like, damn, I really don't necessarily know that I'm itching for a relationship like I used to be itching for one. Because I kind of got these needs met. So then, if and or when you do meet somebody who you can have a full-on intimate relationship with, it's the icing on the cake. They're not coming there to meet your needs. That's why they should be fucking y'all up. That's why y'all be so anxious in relationships and be so scared and have this anxious attachment style, right? Yes, I recorded my audiobook last week. Yes, I did. So you can order it now. You can order it at www.mjharrisbook.com. It's also the link that's above or below this video and the link that's on my Instagram page. Yes, you can get it there. But yes, that's why y'all have these anxious ass attachment styles, because y'all be single, waiting on feeling insufficient for not having a man, judging everybody else for not having a man because you're really just judging yourself for not having one. Anybody who judged me for being single is because you're judging yourself. Please, let's be real, okay? There's nothing that you think about me that you don't put towards yourself. You're just projecting that shit at me, okay? Evolve, baby, and get some therapy. But no, y'all be single and y'all be really, 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 really waiting and wanting on these men to come in your life and meet all these expectations, all these needs for you. Then you finally meet one who kind of might meet those expectations, and then you cling on to them so tight. You chase them. You so scared they're going to leave you. Your trust issues get triggered because every little thing you scared of leaving them. You're not really scared of them cheating on you, although you don't want that. It's you scared of losing them because somehow or another you have literally given this person the full power to meet all these needs that you could have had met long before them. You could have these needs met long before them. Long before them. And now they here meeting some of them, right? Nobody meets every need, right? Then you sitting up here anxious as hell about what if they go, what if they go? Some of y'all be more miserable in relationships than you were when you were single. Because now you're in a relationship and you're triggered all the time. Your trust issues are flared up all the time. You're anxious all the time, wondering what they're doing. If they don't call you back, you're feeling this way. If they text too long, take too long to text, you're reading everything. It's fucking exhausting. Oh, God. But I'm sorry, what was your question? You said, MJ, why are you single? Ooh, honey. Evolve. Do that for me. Do that for me, my dear. Evolve. And understand that being single is a gift. It's a beautiful experience. You live your life for you. You live how you want to live. And yes, you are open to love. Yes, you are open to attachment. Yes, you are open to the full companionship that comes with that type of intimate partnership. Who isn't? But guess what you're not doing? Sitting on the sidelines of life feeling less than or insufficient just because that intimate partnership is not here in that moment. You living your full motherfucking life. Let me say this, baby, okay? Listen right close and listen real clear. I'm sitting here in motherfucking Thailand, okay? Having a good time, okay? Where was I? What was it, last month? In Bali. Living my motherfucking life, okay? Living, okay? Where will I be next month? You'll see when I get there. You see, I'm living, honey. Mother is far from lonely. You heard me? Okay? But mother ain't got nobody sitting here to argue with every night. Worried about nothing. I ain't got to compromise on this. Oh, Lord, let's compromise on what we going to do. Compromise on that. Let's agree to disagree. All that bullshit you got to go through. Because you know relationships come with more than just, oh, I'm with somebody. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. I got my man. Girl, you got to do all that other bullshit. And that's nice when you got one. That's nice when you got one. That's cute, but Bishop, I'm damn near motherfucking 40. I ain't no young broad. I ain't no young broad sitting in these goddamn streets, sitting up here. Oh, God, I don't want to deal with that shit. You know how it was when you was young. Oh, honey, you had the energy to sit up here and argue with a man. You had the energy to sit up here and be going through all that bullshit. You had the energy to sit up here and have to, oh, girl, I ain't trying to do that shit. If a man come into my life, it's got to be a smooth experience. It's got to be, because my life is already nice. I'm not even talking about the money. I'm talking about just my life. It's a smooth, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Lori, she 47. She know exactly what I'm talking about. My life is smooth. You see what I'm saying? I keep my bills paid. My skin look good. My body's right. You see what I'm saying? I live the way I want to live. I go where I want to go. I do what I want to do. I don't have one need that's not met. Trust. Okay? I live a nice life. So if a man gonna come into my life, I'm gonna allow him to have space in my life and vice versa. Baby, you can't add no bullshit to my life. Okay? And some of y'all be wanting a man so bad that you will give up your peace just to have a partner. Okay, let me say it again. Some of y'all so desperate, you will give up your peace just to have a partner. Ooh, you missed that one. Let me say it again. Some of y'all so traumatized and so goddamn lonely that you will give up your peace to have a partner. Ooh, shoot, now, hold on. You didn't hear me. I'm going to go a little deeper and pin down your wigs, baby, because I'm going to have to come through snatching, okay? Some of y'all so goddamn pitiful that you will give up peace to have a partner. And then we'll question the rest of us. They think they're so smart, but I ain't got a man. The question is, why the fuck you still with yours? The question is, why you still chasing after him? The question is, why can't you see your beauty and your value? It's never been tied to a man. It's never been tied to a man or a woman or whoever else. Right? Right? Child, bye. This ain't 1940. We ain't our grandmothers talking about a piece of a man is better than no man at all. I saw you there, Darius. I'd rather have a half a man than nothing at all. Girl, bye. Girl, we got passports. We got jobs. Honey. And if you like me and your babies is out the house, girl. Ooh, honey, my babies is out the house. They big grown. Out the motherfucking house. Okay? I don't have to. Child, I come when I want to come. I go when I want to go. I do what the fuck I want to do. I ain't got no stress. Ain't nobody in my house to fuss at or fuss at me. Child. So if I'm going to let a man come and shit, let me tell you what my requirements are for if a man going to come into my motherfucking life, okay? First of all, bring your own coin. I don't care what you read on the internet about me. I don't care what you seen in the video about me. I'm not no motherfucker who's paying a goddamn thing for no man. I don't give a fuck. I ain't paying for no motherfucking man, okay? I ain't on no sugar daddy shit, okay? Look at this face. I'm a little too pretty for all that bullshit, okay? So that's number one. Bring your own. You ain't got to have as much as me, but baby, bring your own, okay? Whatever you doing, whatever you was spending before you got me, you gonna spend that while you with me, okay? Because being with me ain't no free pass and I spend no money, okay? That's number one, okay? Number two, okay? I'm not doing all that arguing shit. I'm not doing all that arguing shit. Y'all, in fact, right in here, what's your requirements for somebody to come into your life, okay? If somebody's gonna come into your life, what's the requirements? I'm not doing all that arguing shit, okay? If you ain't been through enough therapy to know how to process your feelings, then go on and deal with that, okay? If you got to argue about shit, then go on and deal with that. All right? I'm not doing all that arguing shit. Because when I come in my house, I don't argue with nobody. Okay? I don't have to argue with nobody. Okay? My security guards, they all so nice. Hey, how you doing? They sweet people. You know what I'm saying? My housekeeper, hey, how you doing? It's a nice person. We don't argue about nothing. You know, my mama, I see her almost every other day. We don't argue about nothing. My friends don't argue about nothing. So why the fuck would I let some emotional ass man in my life who want to argue about bullshit? Okay? That's number two. Okay, number three, do not let all this femininity fool you. Do not let all this femininity fool you. You not running a motherfucking thing in my house or in my life. Okay, that doesn't mean that I cannot allow your masculinity to show up and create room for it to show up in my life and respect it when it does. Baby, you a king at all times, but you don't run a motherfucking thing with me. Okay, some of these men feel inferior. And because of your success, because of who you are, because of what you've done for yourself within your life, whatever that may mean for you, they see that as motivation to come in and try to run you, to try to argue, to try to be controlling. The most controlling men out here are the ones who feel inferior, because men who are secure within themselves do not try to control you. They want to be beside you. They want to cohabitate with you. They want to walk this journey with you. So that's another thing for me, honey, okay? You ain't, if you not securing your shit, please don't come into my motherfucking life. Okay, because let me tell you this. There's a balance of femininity and masculinity in all of us. Even the most feminine presenting woman out there has masculinity in her, okay? And you need to give yourself permission to let that masculinity show, and do not dim that masculinity because it's necessary. Do not dim that masculinity just because you're in the presence of a masculine man, because real masculinity can stand in the presence with your masculinity, okay? That doesn't mean you got to be running him, but that does mean you show up. And if you meet a man who's insecure, do not back down. Don't let him run the show. Rise up. Okay? Rise up. Okay? No, I'm not doing that. And you will not speak to me in that way. In fact, you know what? I think it's time that you go home. Okay? Because until you can get your act together, we're not. And this will be the last time that we have this type of conversation, because this is unacceptable to me. Right? Period. Dot. Okay? Honey, I used to be one of these young broads out here dimming my light just to make some man feel like his mediocre ass light was bright. The fuck I'm doing that shit anymore? Hell no. If you gotta dim your light to make his light feel brighter, then you with the wrong man. Find a man with a bright light so y'all can coexist together. You should never have to dim your light for him. Walking in your femininity does not mean dimming your light, does not mean submitting to his light. Walking in your femininity means being able to rest in your femininity and be confident with your femininity, but you don't have to dim yourself for him. Okay? That's number 3. Okay? Number 4, what you need to have in order to come in my life, baby, you need to have emotional fucking intelligence. Okay? And what I mean by emotional intelligence, know what to say out your motherfucking mouth. On good days and especially on bad days. Know what to say out of your motherfucking mouth. Okay? I can't deal with no dumbass man. Okay? Who y'all in a disagreement and he's saying stupid shit. You have been with a man where he just, you like him until y'all have a disagreement. He say something out of his mouth and he just say the dumbest shit. Or he say really offensive shit. And stuff like, why do you think that was appropriate to say? I can't deal with no stupid man. Ooh, honey. Not intellectually stupid and certainly not emotionally stupid. If you don't shut the fuck up, you done turn me off for the next decade. I can't fuck with you no more after you say this dumb shit. You ever been that way? Where you be with a man and he say some stuff so stupid and you just be like, I can't deal with you. I cannot deal with you. You see what I'm saying? Huge turn off, okay? What's another one? Another thing for me that's required to be in my life. Oh, there's a big one for me. Because I'm getting older. Respect my sleep schedule. Baby, I don't care how much of an itching you get in the middle of the night. Let me sleep. I don't care if you're an early riser. That ain't got shit to do with me. Tiptoe out that bedroom while I'm asleep and go do something else in another part of the house. I need to sleep. Okay? Get your hands from off of me. I don't need no cuddling. Okay? I'm a big grown ass. Big grown self. Okay? I don't need all that. All that cuddling stuff gonna wake me up. All right? Let me sleep. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You at a certain age, if we can't respect each other's sleep patterns, we can't deal with each other. I need to sleep. Leave me alone. Well, I'm an early riser, so what's that got to do with me? Are you a toddler? Do you need fucking attention from the moment your eyes are open? Go do something the fuck else. You call family. I don't fucking know what to tell you what to do. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? I like to stay up late. Good for you. If I'm going to bed, I go to bed. Right? Leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? That's a big deal to me. Tried to date someone a long time ago. Couldn't respect my sleep schedule. And everything like that. Talking about, well, what do you expect me to do in the morning? I don't know. Act like a grown man and go find some way to entertain yourself until I'm earlier. Until I'm open. Until I'm awake. What are you, a toddler? I can't deal. So that's another thing for me. And somebody who likes to travel. That's a big deal to me. You mess with my sleep problem. My sleep, we got a problem. That's what I'm saying, Juju baby. You said your ex used to, Kyla, you said your ex used to get upset that you woke up late. I don't understand that. That is the epitome of control issues. That is the epitome of overstepping your bounds, right? That somehow or another, you upset that I want to sleep. Well, I like to be up. So what? Let me tell you how respectful I am of a man's sleep schedule, okay? Because my sleep schedule be all over the place. There's sometimes where I could go to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and still wake up at 7, right? And I get up, eat a little breakfast, may do some emails, and then go back to bed by like 8, and then be back up at 11. I'm going to get a decent amount of sleep, but maybe spread out, right? And I know you see, girl, you know what I'm going to do? I get up out that bed quietly, okay? I tiptoe out the room, close the door, because I don't want to wake you up. You sleep as long as you want to. I don't care when you wake up. In fact, I like when they be asleep. Don't you love that? I love when they sleep. Because then I can get my stuff done. I can get on the phone, call my grandmother, have a good talk with her, do my emails, watch on TV. I can do what I want to do. Child, please go to sleep. Stay asleep for a little while. I don't need no man up in my face 24/7. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, please, go to bed. It's cool. No, you good. You ain't got to stay up with me. It's cool. No, it's cool. Just because I'm awake don't mean you got to be awake. Sweet dreams, sugar. You see, I love him to death. I do, but I just don't need no man in my face 24/7. You see what I'm saying? Back when I was a young broad, I did. And the crazy thing is, I used to feel, that's right, Alonzo. You said you love to let people sleep. Me too. I used to, back when I was a young broad, I used to always love being up in my man's face and vice versa. And that's when we had the most conflicts in our relationship, right? Because people need some space. Space don't mean that you got to be in a different house, but space means people having they different things. You know what I'm saying? Going on, child. Not me. Not no more. I'm not wired that way anymore. Not at all. And let me see. I'm trying to read the questions. Y'all, I can't see your questions. So you got to put them in the window for me. Uh-huh. Exactly. I know I'm less moody when I sleep. I know for sure. If you want me in a good mood, then let me sleep. Waking me up expecting me to be pleasant. If you don't get the fuck out of my face. Just me, get the fuck out of my face. Is there a reason why you woke me up? So you just woke me up just because you wanted me up with you? Do you realize what time I went to sleep? And you woke me up because you want me up with you? You know how fucking selfish that sound? Uh-huh. I'm gonna go to sleep. Don't do that shit. And in fact, go out there. Don't come out this room till I come out. Don't come back in this room till I come out this room. Uh-huh. I may sleep for 4 hours. Go to the mall. That's my ass. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Oh, thank you, Sandra. She says, I love to see your lives because you are the most amazing person ever. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. That's I can't deal with no selfish. Thank you, Jonathan. I agree. I cannot deal with no selfish, needy man. Selfish and needy. I can't deal with either of them, but not together. Well, I just felt like I needed your attention. Baby, if you want to see me break up with you immediately in my head, I'm going to break up with you in my head. Now, it may take me a minute to say it out loud. You know, but I'm going to break up. Girl, that is... You know, we've been talking all week about our toxic habits. That's my toxic habit. Girl, I got that toxic habit. Girl, it's my toxic habit. I will have an experience with you, and I won't tell you that you are going fast down the path to me leaving your ass. I am that girl. But I'm not quick to break up with you. I'm really not a quick person to break up with you. But I'm not going to let you know in the moment that you're doing dumb shit. I give you subtle hints. That's my toxic trait probably. It's the subtle hints. Because I'll be like, you'll say something stupid to me and I'll be like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm sorry, what you say is MJ translation for, you got me fucked up. And I'm giving you the opportunity to repeat yourself so you can rephrase it in a way that's acceptable. Because clearly you didn't know that what you said was completely fucked up. So I'm just giving you a chance by acting like I didn't hear it. It's my way. I'm giving you a way out. If I ever say, I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm giving you a way out. Take it. Run with it, right? Don't reiterate it. And some people be stupid. They will reiterate it and go and double down on it. I'm like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? No, I'm sorry. I was in my own head so much. I guess I missed it. So I just want to make sure I could hear you. What'd you say? I didn't. What did you say? And then they be going. They just go ham. Just keep on talking about it, right? Like, yeah, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And I think that's my toxic trait, that I be calm as fuck. But I know that I am literally about to shut all this down. I'm going to like literally flip tables, not literal like literal tables. I'm gonna like flip emotional tables in a minute. This shit gonna be everything gonna be on the floor in a minute. And I'm like, wow, and that's how you feel. Wow. No, I never considered that. Wow, this is just, it's so good that I'm hearing this from you. It's given me such a new perspective on things that I needed to hear. I needed to. So thank you. I'm so grateful that you're sharing this with me. No, please go on. Me offended? No, I'm not offended. I'm about to wreck this shit. No, I'm fine. I am literally in my head thinking about calling my best friends at that moment. I'm like, I need to call my best friend. I need to run this through with them to say, can you believe he just said this stupid shit to me? I'm literally about to call them. I'm like, I'm at this point, I'm already lining up my call list at this point in time. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to call grandma. I'm going to call my best friend. I'm going to call my mother. Because I'm going to run this with them to let them know what the plan is. We're done. That's my toxic trait. She said, what you say, baby? Risk the Empress says, she's got to get better at being calm on the outside. It's a superpower that you can acquire. You can literally, if you are calm, you control the situation at the very least because you control yourself. You're like, One of the most powerful things you can ever do is be willing to walk away from the conversation. Don't just walk away, but here's how you do it. This ain't all that stupid shit. So here's what I'll do. I'll be like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? No. I really didn't hear you. So I just want to make sure I took it in because I know that, I just felt like it's probably important. So I just want to make sure I'm taking it in. I'm so sorry I missed it. What'd you say? Oh. Oh. No. I'm not offended. I'm just listening. Wow. So you feel that way? Huh. Okay. No. I really appreciate you telling me that. So here's the thing. Here's the kicker, girls. So here's the thing. I'm just going to take a step away right now because I just feel like some space would be helpful for me to process what you're saying. Yeah, I want to process it. Yeah. So, yeah. We'll connect, talk more. Yeah. No. Cool. Yeah. The minute, the second, the hour I get out the door. Okay? The millisecond I'm out the door. Girl, guess what he just said to me? Girl. Yes, I gave him an opportunity to repeat it. And girl, guess what else he said? Yes, and then he doubled down on it. Swear to God, he did it. Yes, he did. You already know what I'm going to do. You already know what I'm going to do. You already did it. I'm done. Right? Now, you don't just dump somebody every kind of time they say something stupid to you. But I'm saying if they have a consistent pattern of lacking emotional intelligence, you cannot change that. You cannot wait on that. And here's the thing I always tell people. Nobody is going to sit up here and wait on you to grow up. People deserve more than that. No one should have to sit around and wait on you to learn how to treat them. And vice versa. You should not have to wait on someone to learn how to treat you with respect. Or for someone to learn how to treat you with dignity. Wait around. Big grown men, I got to wait on you to learn how to talk to me with some level of acknowledgement that I'm a human being with emotions. Well, you ain't give him time to grow, and he I gotta grow. You gotta give me time. Why? Why? I came ready. What the fuck is your problem? So I guarantee I'm not the first person who had a problem with this shit. I'm sure plenty of people came before me who did not like this part of you, and yet you've held on to it. So clearly you're the fucking problem. Because I know for sure I'm not the first person on this earth who's got a problem with your way of doing things. And that's my mindset. You're not the first person on earth who has a problem with the way they come across and do shit. I'm not perfect, but I came ready. The fuck is your problem? There's no part of me that I gotta sit here and tell somebody, oh, can you please wait on me to change? The fuck? Hell no. Life is too short. Come ready. Recognize your shit and work on it. Rather than giving out speeches, don't let these men give you speeches about wait on me to change. No. The speech is, I'm working on it right now. I'm actually taking steps, baby. You will see noticeable, actionable change within a very short period of time, baby. Rest assured on that. Right? Rest assured on that. No, can you wait on me? The fuck? Hell no. Because what I mentioned earlier, being single is great. So why the fuck would I take a hiatus from this beautiful experience of being single? Because it's beautiful. Why would I take a hiatus from this to sit and be miserable waiting on someone to learn how to treat me? That makes no sense. Girls, does it make any sense to you? I don't know. I know some of you desperate Debbies out there. I love you all, but I know some of y'all be thinking like this. Y'all just want a man, period. So the idea of being miserable waiting on a man to change sounds more pleasurable to you than actually being single and enjoying your life. I get it. I pray for you, and I hope that, you find therapy. But for the rest of us, it's like, why would I do that, girl? I want to go to Spain. I want to go do shit, not sit around with your ass. Or have you with me and be miserable as fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Some of y'all so scared to be single. And it's okay. It's not a permanent situation. I love what Tarika Brown said. She says, I love being single. Me too, honey. I like being in relationships too, but I like being single too. Oh my God. Oh, it's so wonderful. Oh, it's wonderful.
It's beautiful. You have a wonderful time. You get to do what you want to do, go where you want to go, eat how you want to eat. Your house always look how you left it. You see what I'm saying? Oh, honey, I'm at that stage in my life where, honey, we got to have separate bathrooms and a housekeeper to help. Because one thing I don't like dealing with is no man messing up my house. Or our house or whoever's house. Ooh, I don't want to live in your mess. We got to have separate bathrooms. So if you a nasty slob, I ain't got to see it. All right? Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Cause that's where my single life works. It's a beautiful life. You see what I'm saying? I'm at that stage of my life, okay, honey? Ooh, that's nasty. Single people want love. Facts. Yeah, single people want love, and you got it.
If you single and unloved, that ain't got nothing to do with having a man or a woman. That's got everything to do with with how you maintain relationships, right? What about the love of your friends? What about the love of your family? What about intimate partners who you may not be in a relationship with, but you still have love for them, and vice versa? If you single and feeling loveless, that has nothing to do with with the lack of a man or a woman. That has everything to do with. And I'm not sure if you were implying this. I'm using your comment as a springboard to talk about this, really. If you are single and feeling a lack of love, that has nothing to do with the lack of a man or a woman. That has everything to do with the fact that you yourself have a misdirected orientation towards building love with others. Because you should be building and maintaining loving relationships with other people outside of just intimate partners. You waiting on a relationship to feel loved. You can get a relationship and that relationship may not last. You get a relationship and that person could fall off the face of the earth and die. You could get a relationship and that person may be emotionally unavailable or have a love language that frankly does not connect with your love language, and therefore you still feel unloved. Then what? Then what? What are you going to do then? Right? We expect these relationships to somehow or another fill every void and meet every need and be everything. But that's not possible. Yes, baby, you can go buy my book right now. It's the link that's on my Instagram page or directly above or below this video. I'll be on here for a second. Go order that book. It'll be there shortly. Go ahead and order it. Right? And let me tell you this, okay? I would say I think I'm a pretty evolved person. I think I'm a very emotionally intelligent person. Baby. I'm an amazing catch. It's called a thing. Okay, baby. This is how I look. Look at me, okay? Barely 40, and this is how I look. Okay, I look good. I'm smart. I can hit my own bills quite good. You see what I'm saying? Honey, I know how to handle myself, if you know what I mean. Okay? You know, I'm very emotionally intelligent. All that. What you see is what you give me. I'm all of those things, right? So for me, a man who is conscious of being a good catch. I mean, I'd be a good catch for everybody, but I'm certainly a good catch to a lot of people. In their minds, I am at least, you know. Why the fuck would I interrupt my peace to be with somebody who is coming with unresolved emotional baggage that's going to bring drama or pain to my life? Why the fuck would I choose to be with someone who basically feels completely insufficient if they're not in a relationship, and therefore once they get in a relationship with me, they're going to become needy and clingy or have an anxious attachment style because somehow or another they don't just want me, but what they really want is what I represent to them, which is an ability to fill these voids in their life that they should have been filling on their own. Right? Where can you get the book in Europe? The same place you can get it in if you live in the U.S. At the link that's on my page. You go there and you order it, darling. Yes, honey. We are in 2023, and we say we can ship everywhere. Okay, just about everywhere. Go to the link that's on my page, and you can order directly there. The physical copy and the audiobook. But yeah, like I always think about that, right? I think to myself, like, why would a good catch want to deal with some of the bullshit that people be bringing to the table? That's why I think it's so important you, during your single years, work on
putting yourself in a position, or single months, single weeks, I don't know how long you'll be single, right? Work on meeting the needs that you have in your life for companionship, travel, whatever it is. Build a full life for yourself. So that if and or when you do meet somebody, they're not filling a void. Because nobody who's whole wants to fill your void. Because if I'm whole already, in order to fill your void, I got to take away pieces of me to fill those voids, right? I have to lose a part of myself in order to fill spaces for you that you should have been filled. You should have been filling on your own. Why would they want to do that? Why would anybody want to do that? That sounds horrible, right? Is it human nature to find someone else to get over a person? I don't know that I'd say it's human nature to do that, but I will say that it's a very natural response to grief to date. When you're grieving the loss, sometimes people want to date. When you're grieving the loss, people say, no, you should not date. You should sit and grieve and heal. And once you're fully healed, then you date. Not everyone's going to do that. That's not always even healthy for some people. If that's healthy for you, you should do it. But for some people, they want to go out and be social. They want to go on dates. They may want intimate relations. There's nothing wrong with that. Do I think you should jump into a whole new committed relationship immediately? Probably should wait on that a little bit. But I don't think you should sit on the sidelines of life and not enjoy yourself either. Right? Yes, you can get a copy of the book shipped to you when you order it online. Absolutely. Absolutely. Click the link that's on the page and you will order and then they will ship it to you. You don't have to pick it up anywhere. They'll ship it to you. Have I ever been in an isolated season? Well, I'm an introvert, so that's pretty much my life. No, I wouldn't say isolated. I generally enjoy my own company in general. Thank you for sharing this video, Lady67. Sometimes I feel confident to approach, but how can I not turn this into a chase as a female? Approaching a man is not chasing a man. Approaching a man is acknowledging your interest in him so that he can then in turn show up and acknowledge his towards you. Chasing a man is pursuing a man who's showing you that he doesn't want you at the same level that he wants you, that you want him. Right? That's the difference. Don't pursue somebody who's not pursuing you. Then you won't be chasing. When do you realize that years with someone means nothing? Probably when you start asking that question. Am I single or in a relationship? I am not wearing a ring. Therefore, I do not publicly claim anyone because I am not wearing a ring. So if you like to refer to me as single, feel free. I'm living my life. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life. I'm living my life, baby. I'm living my life. Okay? Now, if you think that there's somebody in my position who's still on this camera, okay, now I ain't trying to be arrogant, but who look like me? I don't look that bad, do I? You see what I'm saying? If you think I just sit lonely every day, then God bless you, because that's your belief. But, I will tell you this. Rarely do successful, attractive people sit by themselves all the time. All right? However, for an answer to your question, I have no ring on my fingers. Therefore, I do not publicly claim anybody. But that's your answer. And that's what I'm going to give you. Okay? Y'all be getting me with that. Y'all be like, I met this man. He is so attractive. He is so smart. He got his career. He got this and everything like that. And he said he really don't be dating nobody. He just be focused on work. Girl, you the dumbest person on earth if you believe that. You really believe this fine man with this good job and this nice personality ain't living his life? Oh, you welcome, baby. You're welcome. They say, thanks, MJ, for life-changing videos and advice you give to all the ladies. It's helped me a lot to love myself and above all, learn to be more confident in who I am. You're welcome, darling. Right? I didn't show the wrong hand, dear. The camera's flipped. This is my left hand, okay?
The camera flips it because we're on live. It does that on Facebook and it does it on Instagram. I know which hand it is, baby. It flips it. Yeah, so that's how I do. Okay? But yeah, I don't understand why y'all be believing these men when they say that. And women for that matter. I just be focused on my job and my life. I'm really not dating. I'm not. You may not be dating, but you doing something. Really? No, I just be focused on me. I just go to work and come home. Liar. 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 You may come home, but who come home after you? Who visiting with you? You say you really keep your personal life. Whimsical Chick says you really keep your personal life off these messy streets. I do. I've been on camera for 16 years. I've shared things. I've not shared things. And at this stage in my life, I don't choose to share anything about that. I have no obligation to. I am not paid to. I have no desire to. I have no obligation to. I'm one of those people where y'all will find out that I've been married for 5 years. Y'all be like, he been married for how long? We didn't even know he got married. Like, what? I'm one of those people with that is a distinct possibility with me. Okay? If I don't want to tell you a part of my life, I will tell you whatever I want to tell you. Are you married? No. What? You're not married? No. It could be all out married, honey. Married for 5 years. 2 kids. Okay? A minivan too. MJ, you lied. I wasn't obligated to tell you the information in the first place. It's my business. No. No, I'm single. That's how I feel. Right? That's literally how I am. I'm just giving you a forewarning. I'm giving you a forewarning about that, okay? You will never know every part of my life. Ever. You never have. You know? And so let me see here. But for whatever I do choose to share with you, I give it to you authentically. Let me see here. Why do people feel like you're obligated to tell them things? I don't know. I think because so many other people volunteer that information about themselves that they have the belief that somehow or another that everybody should know everything. Right? You ordered 3 copies of my book, Christmas in Italian. Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you. You know? I just don't feel that way about feeling like people have an obligation. I have an obligation to share shit about my life. I've shared parts of my life over the years, you know, and that was fine. I was okay with it when I did it. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to share certain things in my life anymore. Been there, done that. It's fine. I don't want to do it no more. I don't. You know, there have been times where I've sat on this camera and have been in all-out fucking relationships. Like, literally all-out relationship. Sitting here on this live camera, and he is sitting right there on the other side of the room. Literally. If people say, are you in a relationship? No. Yeah, hell yeah, I lied. Hell yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah. Because it wasn't anyone's business. And also, a part of it was because I wanted to protect them. How do you order my book? You just go to the link that's on my page, www.mjharrisbook.com. Write that down for me, y'all. www.mjharrisbook.com. And it's the link that's on my Instagram page as well. It's right there on my Instagram page. You go to my Instagram profile, it's right there. Right? Yeah, it's really to protect my partner. You know, because I've chosen this life that puts me in front of a lot of people. But even, I gotta be real with you, some parts of this life I really don't fucking enjoy. I really don't enjoy some aspects of fame. I don't. I do not. Some aspects are cool. Some aspects come with its perks. But I don't enjoy a lot of aspects of fame. I just don't. You know? And so for me, I'm like, okay, I've learned to coexist with this because it's a part of my work. But I'm not going to throw somebody into this. If I'm dating somebody who got, I'm making up a number, 300 fucking followers, right? This is clear, and a private page, right? This is clearly not a public person. In fact, that's generally who I date. If I'm dating somebody, private page, few people know your face or your name, I'm like, I love that. You see what I'm saying?
So anyway, if I'm dating somebody who's private, I know my type. They're private, smart people who live their own life independently. If a camera come out, they not trying to jump in the picture. That's like a red flag to me. If I'm taking a picture, you trying to jump in that shit. The fuck? Get the fuck out of my goddamn picture. Right? Asking me, can I post this shit? Get the fuck out of my face. You know? So anyway, if I'm dating a private person, I personally feel like, right? Hey, Omir, I personally feel like I have an obligation to them to protect their privacy. They should not have to lose the quality of life that they enjoyed before me if we ever end. Their life should not have to change. If they were already private, let them be private. So you absolutely motherfucking right. I will lie through my fucking teeth to you about the existence of a partner or who that partner may be if it means protecting their privacy and protecting our experience together. Sure the fuck will. Sure the fuck will. MJ, was that man I saw you with out at blah blah your partner? Who? I saw you out with my partner? Why do you think I had a partner? Well, he was handling your butt and you were kissing and it just seemed like he was your boyfriend. I don't even know if that was me. I don't think that was me. Are you sure it was me? Did we speak? I don't think that was me. No. Sorry, I don't know. And next question. Yeah, you ordered correct, Kirby. You ordered through the link on Amazon. That's correct, baby. No, I don't know him. Who? You said there was a man kissing me. And he got down on his knee and put a ring on my hand? Which hand? He proposed to me. Where? On the Eiffel Tower. Come on. If I really got proposed to on the Eiffel Tower, don't you think someone else would know that? Come on. Me? Oh my gosh, you guys just make up everything. You see what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. Protect your privacy at all costs. Protect your privacy at all costs. Okay? You said now you know that's some extreme denial. No, it's extreme protection. Because of my platforms, I think they reach about, direct followers. I think it's just over 5 million followers across all the various platforms. This isn't a normal experience. So I can't make normal choices. Sorry, it is what it is. It's a blessed experience. I feel great to have this experience, but it's not a normal experience. It is not normal living your life where that many people know your face. It's not normal living your life walking down the street and people yelling your name out windows of cars. That's not normal. Not bad, it's just not normal. So if you want your relationships to last, then you're going to have to fucking protect them. And this means something for you all as well. Even if you don't have such a big situation in terms of visibility, you need to protect your situation. Because throwing someone else into a lifestyle that alters their peace of mind and their comfort could affect your relationship. It could affect your relationship. That is traumatizing. It is traumatizing becoming famous. Oh, really, MJ? Yeah, shut the fuck up and listen to what I'm telling you, because no one gives you a guidebook for this shit. I was depressed. The most depressed I've ever been in my life was when I became known. I remember, oh my God, I would go out. I remember crying. I remember one time I was in a restaurant with my mom. This happened multiple times. This one time I was in a restaurant with my mom, having brunch or something like that. Somebody's in D.C., I don't remember. And anyway, these people, I was sitting there, everyone's staring at me, which is such a weird feeling, just sitting people staring at you. And I was feeling really down. I didn't feel great. And people were just staring at me. And it was just happening more and more and more and more. And I realized my life is not going to change. This is how my life is becoming. Where this is going to be the experience. And I like helping people and all this stuff. But, oh my God, I don't like the way this feels. And I start crying right there because I was just like, this does not feel comfortable at all. And I can't change this. And I really didn't ask for this. I just did videos online thinking that some people would watch. I didn't expect millions of people to watch them. You don't ever expect that stuff, right? And so it took a long time. I went to therapy to learn how to deal with this shit. I'm not asking for empathy, sympathy, or anything else like that, because my life has come with other benefits too, right? I'm certainly not asking for any sympathy. I'm just giving you the real, right? You said next question, MJ. When I fucking feel like it. The fuck? I look like a fucking quarter machine. I look like a fucking jukebox. You put a quarter in my ass. I'm supposed to answer your goddamn questions. Leave the goddamn live. Love you to death. The fuck I look like? So anyway, it was just a very traumatic experience for me. And so for me, because of that experience, I wanted to make sure that if I date and whoever I'm with, that I protect them at all cost. That I protect them at all cost. I will not. That's why I'm giving you this, talking about this, giving you context. Because I know what it felt like for me, and this is my job. Right? I get compensated for it. But what about someone else where this isn't their job? They're not getting compensated for it, but then they're put in a position where now they're put in front of a lot of people, and we may not even be together 6 months from now. You see where I'm going with that? I don't do that kind of shit. She said, that was DC right there. Girl, I don't play. I don't play about that stuff. Yes, I'm here as an entertainer. I do my job. I give you advice. But, baby, I'm a fucking human being. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck I look like? I know people mean it with love. You think to somebody else, I'm here just to entertain. I get that. No shade to the person who said it, right? But I'm not that girl. I'm not here to bend over backwards to please nobody. You're going to get what you're going to get out of me. Some days you're going to get question after question after question after question after question. Some days you're going to get rambling. Some days you're going to get some makeup. Some days you're going to get a cute little story. And I'm going to give you what I give you when I feel like fucking giving you it. Okay? And if it resonates, stick around. If it doesn't resonate, come back for the next live. I'm a human just like you. Do you always talk about the same shit every day? The fuck? You see what I'm saying? And it's all love. It's all love. It's all love. It's a professional boundary. Right? So anyway, what's my next question? I can't even see the fucking questions. Why y'all being so goddamn rude? I can't see the questions. I can't see my question box right now. So if you want to write a question in the window, write a question in the window. Until then, I'm going to keep on sharing with you more about this shit. So for me, I just very much so protect. And I do the same thing with my family. I protect their privacy. I remember when Marco first wanted to be on camera. Oh my gosh. I was so scared. I remember we had this house out in Palm Springs at the time. This was in the pandemic. And we're out there, and the video, we were just about to post it. I said, Marco, I was like, are you sure? I was like, I think this could really affect you. He's like, I want to do it. And if you don't put me on camera, I'm going to put myself on YouTube anyway. I was like, he's right. He can do it if he wants to. I can't stop him. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, do you know what comes with this? I was like, I just now am getting used to it. And I've been doing it for a long time. Are you sure? And he's like, yes, I want to do this. I was like, oh my gosh. So I did it, What do you think about dating someone younger than you? I was just talking to my grandmother about this. I'm 38. I think that at this stage in my life, you got to have at least a 3 in front of your age for me to be in a relationship with you. I don't think I could date somebody in their 20s unless they're just incredible. I just can't see it. I can't see it. Unless they're incredible. And then maybe I could change my mind. I'm open, but I skew more towards 30 and above. And I really feel like a sweet spot, in my real opinion, as I get older, is probably 40 and above. I do feel that way. It's a certain way that a grown-ass man handle you. I'm sorry. Yeah, you could have someone who's, younger, who could have maturity, but it's a certain way that a grown-ass man knows how to handle, and grown women. You see what I'm saying? It's just different. From the way they handle you, the way they know how to take the lead. A grown man gonna man up in a lot of cases. Not every time, but in a lot of cases, he gonna man up. Okay? I just something about that. I just like the way a grown man carry himself. He been through enough stuff in his own life, too, where he knows nobody's perfect, but he knows his triggers, he knows his traumas in a lot of cases. So he knows how to say, hey, he can express his boundaries better. I don't know.
Now, again, I'm open-minded. I'm not going to sit there and just say absolutely not, but I skew older. Oh, Whimsical Chick says, I remember your story of your grown man, she put in quotes, you dated. Honey, yes. Yeah, I just feel that way. Yeah, the young ones be pretty and all that kind of stuff, be all cute and muscly and stuff like that, but the older ones do be too. And I'm open-minded, and I've dated in different age ranges and stuff like that. I've done that. I've had my house Stella got her groove back moments. I've done it, and it's been nice, but I've yet to find an experience where I'm like, because here's the thing that I don't want with a younger dude. I'm not here to be nobody's sugar daddy, and I damn sure ain't here to be your fucking mentor. Girl, y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't be nobody's sugar mama, and you ain't here to mentor them or mother them. You don't want that shit. I don't want that. So if a man can't mentally show up for me as my intellectual equal, even if he's old, even if he's younger, even if he's got less, show up as my intellectual equal. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to overpower me or vice versa, but show up as my intellectual equal. Take initiative. And that's my issue with younger men in a lot of cases is that, and women, tell me if y'all can relate to this. Y'all, it's like, sometimes these younger men, I feel like because you're older, they perceive that you're going to spend the money. You're going to spend more money. Women, y'all know what I'm talking about. That you're going to pay for more stuff, right? It's like they almost relinquish their responsibility to have to show up as a man because they're younger. As if their presence is a gift to you. Like, the fuck? Do you know how many offers I got? No, your presence is not a gift to me, baby. You got to show up. You got to finance. You got to spend something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that. I don't like that they don't tend to take initiative. I find that older men tend to take more initiative. An older man, I like an older man with a little bit of with a decent amount of masculine energy. I got to be real with you. He going to take initiative. Hey, I put this together. I put that for you, so on and so forth. Call me, let me know when you get home. If you have any issues with it, call me when you get there. I can handle it. Oh, yes, I love that shit. I love that shit, Earl. I love that shit. Take initiative, baby. Take that shit. Older dude, y'all out and about, he hit that bill, or you hit that bill. Let's say you hit the bill on something, right? Next time, no, I got it. You got it last time. Nah, put that away. You got it last time. Come on now. He's offended at the idea that you didn't let him pay the first time. I love that with an older dude. You know what I'm saying? Earl don't play. Robert got his act together. You know what I'm saying? Darius, he know what he doing. It's these young ones. Jaquel, whoever the young ones is. You got to explain to them, baby, that's unacceptable. Child, I can't do that. Girl, I ain't got the patience for it. And I know what you're saying, baby. Patience says some of the older ones be just as bad as the young ones. I'm sure you did. I'm sure that's true. MJ, have you made friends, celebrity ones in South Africa? I have been so fortunate to meet lots of people of all walks of life. Some of them are very public, celebrated people, celebrities, and I have enjoyed meeting all of them. And I will not name any names whatsoever, at all, ever. But I've met all people, and they've been so wonderful and gracious to me in so many ways. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Earl, Robert, and Daryl, baby. That's the 40+ club. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Earl, Robert, and Daryl. Let me see here. Yes, it's something. Some of these young ones be thinking the day to catch. You be like, girl. And let's not go there with. I'm not gonna go there. I ain't trying to go there tonight. But I'm just saying, any man's a catch. Any man is a catch if he act the right way. Why don't y'all be the catch for each other? You see what I'm saying? I'm serious, honey. I prefer a man who's seasoned. And seasoned doesn't always have to be in his age. It can be in his mindset, too. You remember me, old 29-year-old who, that's what, almost 10 years younger than me,
But 29-year-old who got a mature mindset, he on track, he doing what he got to do to earn his money. He earning that shit, he building. You think I'm going to turn him down? No, I ain't going to turn him down. I'm going to entertain that. I'm going to entertain that. I'm entertaining that. You see what I'm saying? Because he got the right mindset. But I find that younger men, it's fewer and farther between to have the right mindset. That's not to say that every older man going to have the right mindset. But I find that it's hard to find that in a younger man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that new generation, these young men who making y'all girls chase them. You got to put more work into them. Talk about, well, why ain't you going to treat me? Oh, God. I blame your mother for that. I blame your mother for that. Ain't no way. Because in my generation, the way that the boys are brought up, they had to open the door. If a woman was walking through the door, you had to open it quick, fast, in a hurry. They were taught to respect femininity and cherish femininity. All right? All right? They were taught that. You know? I remember being young. And my mother, I remember my mother telling my brother this and just hearing this consistently. You know, I don't care what happened with no woman. Don't you put your hands on no woman no matter what. Right? This is just lessons they learned early. You see what I'm saying? You know, my mother never taught, and neither did my father ever really tell anyone in my household, you need to take care of your spouse financially, but they always just say, make sure you can handle your own. I remember my mother telling me. I remember when I was in my 20s on all these dates. I was young, I had no money. So I was dating all these older men, and I was in D.C. Older meaning older than me. I was like 24, 25. They like 35, 40, whatever. Right? I didn't really make no money like that. I was making, this was back when I first got to D.C. I think I was a bank teller making about $30,000 a year. Right? $30,000, which is not a lot of money in D.C., right? And so, anyway, I remember going out with these men, GS-13, GS-15, you know, SEC. These are like salary levels in the government, you know, and people, private government contractors, they got this top secret clearance, this, whatever, you know. And these men were making good money, $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, right? And I remember going out with these men, and my mother would always tell me this. She say, if you want to go out to, you going out to dinner tonight? Because I lived with my mother. I wasn't making much money. And she's like, you going out to dinner? I'm like, yeah, I'm going out. And I remember telling me, and she said, don't you ever go out to no restaurants you couldn't afford to pay your half the bill if you had to. And when that bill come out, offer to pay it too. Offer to pay it. Don't offer to pay the full bill, but always pay your half. When that bill come out, pull your card out and be like, do you want me to pay any of it? Me get any of it? She say 9 times out of 10, he gonna tell you no. He gonna say that's okay, don't even worry about it. He gonna always do that. The point is not for you to actually pay. The point is to make it known, especially in that first date, baby, I'm here to enjoy you. I'm not here to take advantage of your money. And then they gonna always pay it every day moving forward from there. Don't you worry about that shit. Right? Even if they ask you out, just ask. Or if they paid it, and this is what I would do if they asked me out. I'd be like, here. I'd be like, you gonna make any of it? No. Tip? Okay, cool. No, I know. I appreciate you inviting me out. Thank you so much. And if we, you go to dinner and you go to maybe get drinks or something after dinner or whatever you do. And so when we go out to the next place, I'm like, well, I got the next place then. Why did I do that? Why? Right? Is because of the fact that I was taught that at a young age. I was taught that. The new generation ain't been taught that shit. Right? Right? And you can let them pay on the first date. All right? I'm not saying don't let them pay. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't. What I'm saying is that I was taught that you need to make an effort to let him know that you good. Right? Even if you don't offer to pay the bill, he pay you the bill, okay, great. The next place y'all go to, right? I don't care if y'all just getting some ice cream cones. Baby, I got dinner. Let me get it. Thank you. I'm enjoying tonight. Thank you. You know, or if it's the next date period, do something. You know, because the thing that I'm so glad my mother told me this, right? Is when you never pull nothing out your pocket, right? If you never pull nothing out your pocket, ever, men will view you in a certain way. I know y'all don't want to hear this. I know this doesn't reconcile with some of the things you may have been told by other people, which those other things you may have been told by other people still have value.
But I'm just telling you another perspective. Because people love to highlight, oh, MJ, you think it's because you gay. Well, let's lean on that. I'm a man. Okay? And let me tell you how men think of you, male or female, gay or straight. When you literally do not show any signs of financial independence and they got to pay for everything. He will view you as a bill. I'm calling that a thing. It's a thing. Some men will view you that way. Not all, but some. And some men will, how do I put it? They're going to have less respect for you. Not that he just views you as nothing, but he's not going to have much respect for you. I have an opinion that men tend to respect women, and other men for that matter if they're gay, but they tend to respect women and men who financially hold their own and do not position themselves to be 100% financially dependent on them. Right? I think that men respect you more when they know that you're not positioning yourself to be dependent on him. I think that the worst position to ever be in is giving someone the power to feed you. Not just on a date. I'm not speaking in a literal sense, right? Because when you give someone the power to feed you, you also give them the power to starve you. I really do believe that. When a man believes he has the power to feed you and you're going to be financially dependent on him, it takes a real special man with great character not to abuse that. I think that some men out here who cheat would be less likely to cheat if they had a partner who was equitable financially with them. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I'm just being real. I've seen it. I've seen women who make a lot of money get cheated on too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I've seen women pay all the bills and still get cheated on. That's a whole different story. But I'm speaking about this scenario specifically. Because how much power do you really have to tell him what you want him to do, what you don't want him to do, when financially you position yourself to be dependent on him? You gave literally all your fucking power away. And now, what you gonna do when he come in late? I'm talking about 2-3 years and not no first date shit. What you gonna do when he come in late? And financially, your whole life is built around him. Now it's built around him. Okay, so you found something in his phone. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You gonna fuss. You gonna cry. You ain't gonna do shit. Because you can't. Or you can leave. That's a lifestyle shift, and most of y'all don't have the courage to do that. So what you gonna do? Nothing. You gonna take it. Right? And so to me, I bring all this up to say that my mother taught me very early on. Because my mother didn't care if you gay, straight, or whatever. She's like, listen, I'm telling you how to deal with men, period, dot. I don't care what's between your legs. I'm telling you how to deal with men. Okay? Because, quiet as it's kept. Just because you gay don't mean you automatically know how to deal with men. Okay? Period. So anyway, her whole thing was, listen, you pretty. You date men who generally have a couple coins in their pocket. Right? It is what it is. Because they old and they got more. So make sure you show up in such a way where he knows that he will never have the financial power over you. He can buy you whatever he wants. He can do whatever he want to do for you. But he should know that he doesn't have financial power over you ever. She says he's going to treat you the right way. He's going to treat you different in that case. And she was right. I dealt with some bullshit. But I ain't never have to deal with financial abuse. I ain't never did none of that shit. Ever. Let me see here. You said, I wish all mothers would teach this to their daughters. I think some mothers don't teach their daughters because they were never taught it themselves. Right? I see my mother, when my mother growing up, my mother always had a job. Always, even if her spouse didn't have a job, my mother always had a job. Not that they, people get laid off work, whatever it may be, but my mother always had a job. Always had a job. I look at my father, because my parents, they divorced, I look at my father and my stepmother as well. They both had small businesses, and they both contributed to the household. I saw my same thing. My mother and my stepfather, they both worked and contributed to the household. It was always. I never saw a situation where any of the women in my life, my two mothers, my mother and my stepmother, I never saw a scenario where they were financially dependent on men. I never grew up seeing that. Right? I that's why it boggles my mind when women are being taught to position themselves to be financially dependent on a man. Or to don't go out with a man unless he can spend this much on you, or don't do this unless he does this. I'm like, that's not a power play, it's a power giveaway. You literally are selling yourself. You're selling yourself. At that point, you really are. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do, but assuming that you're not looking for a transactional relationship, you're actually looking for a real foundation of intimacy that can grow. There are other ways to see his masculinity and his generous nature show up. There are other ways to invite it to show up that don't require you to give your power away. Right? And yeah. You said, London Gal says, I'm teaching my daughter to set her boundaries. Financially, have your own and not be wholly dependent on a man. Absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot think of anything more horrible on this earth than being financially dependent on a man. A woman, anybody, but especially not a man. I would never. I don't care how much I love and trust him. I do not want to be 100% financially dependent on a man. Right? Oh my God. And I get it. Back in the day, I get it. We talk about our grandmothers and whoever's. Well, yeah, back when women didn't even have the right to vote. In a lot of cases, back when when the workplace situations were so discriminatory against women, and even if they could get the same jobs as men, it was legal for them to be paid less for the same job. Well, yeah, okay, I get it. Why a woman would choose a man based on his financial strength and based on his capability to take care of her. I get it. Because your survival in a lot of ways necessitated that you did choose a man who was a strong, generous provider. I get it. But what's the excuse now when you may make more than him? Or even if you don't, you have the full capability to get jobs, get employment, build businesses, and do all kinds of things. Why would you give up your financial independence or give your power away to a man? Why would you do that? Right? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You couldn't pay me to do it. Right? That's right, Dr. Aletha. A lot of women make a lot more than these men. They do. They make a lot more money than these men. Kirby Rose says, yeah, I'll always have my own. My daddy taught me that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I do agree with what you're saying, Star Girl. You said a lot of men can't handle a woman making more money than them. Let's talk about that for a minute. Because I do agree. I think that is something that is very real. It happens on the straight side. It happens on the gay side, believe it or not. A lot of men struggle with the idea of their feminine energy partner, male or female, making more money than them. That's real. But my question is, what is your alternative? What's the alternative? Making less? You're not going to do that, obviously. So what's the other alternative? Only dating men who make more money than you? Well, you could do that, but that limits your dating pool significantly. Maybe an alternative is dating men who are more secure. It certainly won't be everybody. But if you have that as a deal breaker, that you're not going to date men who are insecure about your finances, you will find that you can find men out there who are comfortable with the idea of you being whoever you are, making whatever you make, and showing up however you show up financially, and it doesn't make them feel inferior. Those men do exist.
But you're not going to attract those men or be attracted to those men if you got this narrative, right? This narrative that somehow or another all men have an issue with you for making more money. I know you didn't say all. I'm speaking generally, right? It is what it is. Another thing that I think is very important, I will never, under any circumstance, tell a man what my income is. I don't believe in telling your spouse what your income is. I think that you all should choose. I know some people disagree, and that's fine. You do how you want to do it. I'm not saying that you should do it my way, but I believe that you and your spouse should come up with, okay, you all decide how you want to live. Okay, baby, I want to live in this kind of place that costs generally X. What kind of place would you want to live in? If we weren't together. I want to live in this kind of place. Okay, great. So we've chosen a place. Let's say this place costs, let's say mortgage is $5,000 a month. I'm making up a number, right? Whatever the number is, $2,000, $5,000. The number is irrelevant, really, right? What you would do in that case is have an honest conversation about, okay, if this mortgage, if this house that we're choosing to do together, what percentage of it are you going to be comfortable with paying? I could comfortably do $1,500 of that. Okay, cool. Are you comfortable with doing the remainder? Yeah, I'm comfortable doing the remainder. Okay, cool. Bam, easy peasy. I think that adults sit together, right? I think adults sit together and you come together and you make the decision. It's like being in business with somebody. We need to buy this thing for the business. Okay, great. What, are you comfortable with contributing that much towards it? Okay, great. If not, okay, we need to find something that's cheaper to do it. Right? I don't think that if you're a woman, I'm being honest with you, if you're a woman who makes significantly more than a man, don't talk about your income. Don't ask his either, because then you open the door for him to ask you. Don't talk about it. I'm being honest with you. Don't talk about it. You're not trying to hide the fact that you got more than him, but see how he flows. You can tell if he's insecure. You don't have to tell him what was on your tax return last year for him to know if you make more or less than him. He can figure it out. You can look at your lifestyle, right? He can figure it out, generally speaking. He can see how you spend, right? So see how he flows within that. See just what kind of comfort does he have just moving in your spaces and vice versa. Don't be opening your mouth about how much you make. The fuck? Hell no. Why would you tell a man that? Never. Never. Maybe once y'all married and way down the road. But I know married couples who've been together for years and they don't know how much the other person has. Not fully. Right? That's your personal business. Why do they need to know? Right? You said, MJ, teach me how to get that insurance back by going to the link that's on my page and joining my team. Right? I wish a man would ask me a question like, how much money do you make? First of all, I'm not fucking with you no more after that question. That's such an invasive question. We are not married. We're not applying for no loans together. We're not doing anything that would necessitate you need to know my information. So don't ask me that shit. You hear what I'm saying? You said, I wish I heard this sooner. Well, baby, you heard it now, so you can apply it. This looks like how you live, like I have a Benz and nice. Oh, I don't know what you mean, but I appreciate what you said, I guess. No, I would never. And I've always been that way. Even when I was making $30,000 working at the bank, I would never talk about how much I made. And I would never ask a man how much money he makes. Are you kidding me? I never would. First of all, okay, because I was raised with common sense. When I dated men who were older than me, who had money, right? Hold on, let me take a step back. She said, Real Mama Blue says, I don't want a 50-50 man. I hear you, baby. Then don't date a man who makes the same amount of money as you. That makes sense, right? Because I think it's insane to date a man who makes the same amount of money than you, or doesn't make that much more, or for that matter, even makes less than you, and then talk about you want him to spend you want him to pay for everything. And you didn't say that, but I'm talking about what I've heard from some people.
I'm like, okay, if you want a man to pay more, to spend more money on things than you do, okay. That's your choice. But why date someone who has equal amount or less than you, or has just a little bit more? Right? Also, I think we got to be realistic about our dating pool, right? Do you live in a community, or do you have access to men who make significantly enough more than you that they can pay for everything? Right? I mean, literally go online. You can look up the average income in your area. If you make $60,000 a year, $70,000 a year, whatever that number is, and the average income in your area is $54,000 or $40,000 or whatever, it's less than what you make, then where exactly are you going to find this guy in your local area who's likely to earn enough to take care of his bills and yours? Right? I think dating a man with money is fine. It's great. But I do think we have to apply a little bit of realism as well. Right? To what's the pool of men that I have access to? Unless you want to move, of course, which is certainly your option, but what's the pool of men I have access to? And these may be really good men, but what's the pool that I have access to? And based on the pool that I have access to, just based on average income, how likely is it that I'm going to find the man that I'm compatible with who will be one of the 1% of that overall group who earn enough money to take care of himself and me? So the thing is, a lot of these women y'all be listening to and watching on TV or wherever else, who's like, I got a man who takes care of me and all that kind of stuff, that may be real. It may not be. But let's say it is real. A lot of them live in parts of the country where meeting those types of men is quite accessible for them. A lot of them, let's take a step further. I really don't want to step on nobody's toes when I say this, but I gotta say it. I'm gonna say two things. A lot of them put up with a lot of stuff that you would never be willing to put up with so that they can have that kind of man. Some of these women are getting cheated on. Some of these women are with gay men. Let's call a thing. Okay? Some of these women are dealing with emotionally unavailable men. They're dealing with a lot of stuff. Right? Right? Thank you so much. Gosh is my fan club. He says, I'm your fan club. Thank you, darling. Right? They're dealing with that. Right? Another thing you got to think about. Let's take a step forward. And I really don't want to step on toes with this one. But I want you to ask yourself, are you packaged in the same way that woman's packaged who's saying she got a man taking care of her? Listen to what I just said, because I don't want to step on your toes, but I feel like we got to have a real girlfriend talk for a second. Are you packaged like her? Because she looks like she's in the gym 6 days a week. She looks like she probably maintains her body in such a way that literally it's her full-time job to look that way. She looks like she's probably spending well over $1,000 a month on beauty treatments and things like that in order to look that way. She looks like she's probably got implants and everything else in her body. And there's nothing wrong with that. She also may just have some genetic attributes that allow her just to look that way. Right? I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. You're taking advice from someone who is able to navigate in the world and attract certain treatment that you may not be able to attract. That few of us may be able to attract. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? Can we be realistic for a second? You got somebody who looks like a fucking Instagram model talking about, I'm being taken care of and I never spend money on dates. He always spends money on me. Well, yeah. Because pretty likes money and money likes pretty. It's an age-old love story. You see what I'm saying? But those women who look like that represent less than 1% of the women out there. And those men who spend like that represent less than 1% of the men out there. So you got that 1% dating that 1%. And you're not living in the reality that you're in the other 99%. You're not unattractive. You're not ugly. You have tons of value. You're amazing. But the kind of men that most of us have access to, let's be honest, are not the kind of men who can afford to take care of us. Not in that expansive of a way of taking care of everything and we don't have to do anything, but just sit there and be pretty every day. Come on. Come on. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty realistic with myself about where I stand in the world. Even as a well-known, attractive person, right? I still am pretty clear that I ain't walking around looking like one of these men that folks just gonna all out take care of. I am 38 years old, almost 40. Okay? I am not going, I don't see myself attracting a man anytime soon who going to just take care of all my bills. Okay? The men who want to do that, they probably want somebody younger who knows how to shut the fuck up more than I know how to shut the fuck up. I don't know how to shut the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? That's just me. Okay? Let's start there. Okay? The men who out here spend all that money, right? To take care of people, right? They probably want somebody who go to the gym 6 days a week. I don't do all that. And I don't look like I do neither. Okay? I don't look, no, baby. You see what I'm saying? So if it's some rich man out here who can afford to just take care of all my bills, why is he going to choose my damn near middle-aged ass, okay, who looks like he goes to the gym a solid 2.5 days a week? I look fit, but I ain't like incredible, right? Why would he choose me over Mr. or Mrs. Instagram model right here who has nothing more to do with their time than sit in a gym? Because they have nothing else to do. Nothing else. They ain't got no businesses. They ain't got no families. They ain't got shit else to do but sit in a gym. Okay? And that person is probably damn near 15 years younger than me, which means that they also have lower levels of intelligence. They're not dumb, but they just don't have the life experience. So they're probably willing to tolerate a whole lot much more bullshit than I'm willing to tolerate. Why would he choose me to take care of me when he take care of them? He's not. So I'm realistic with myself. I'm just being honest with you. I'm realistic with myself. I'm like, nah, I'm not really expecting to be taken care of. I ain't taking care of nobody. But I'm not expecting to be taken care of. I'm expecting to choose a partner who will be a wonderful match for me. He will show up in the way he can show up. I will show up in the way I can show up. And as two adults, we will have conversations about what we can afford within the context of our shared expenses together. And then we will commit to a financial plan that allows us both to show up in a way that makes sense. He can only give advice to gay men, not straight women. The game is different for straight and gay. Well, honey, of the 5 million people who follow me, 92% of them being women, most of which came to my content because of dating advice, I think that a couple million people may disagree with you there. But I don't know. We could all be wrong, right? I don't know. You know, you hear that, ladies? Those millions of you out there? Yeah, wow. Huh. I think you've been coming to the wrong person for advice. Because that person said so. Right. What do they know? Right? But no, for real. I just think that people've got to be realistic with themselves about where you stand. And I'm not saying settle for less. I'm not saying that you should accept less than what you deserve. I'm not saying to give up your dreams of what you want in a man, right? I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is we need to be able to say, based on the pool that's available to me, right? Based on the pool that is available to me, right? In my local area, based on the pool that's available to me, based on who I am, right? Because in my mind, if you are somebody, I think that you should never expect to find anything that's greater than what you are. Okay? Think of the male version of you. Financially, mentally, spiritually, physically. That's what you should expect to attract. The male version of you. I truly believe that. Why do I believe that? Because why would someone who is physically at a different level than you, financially at a different level than you, spiritually at a different level than you, emotionally at a different level than you, why would they choose you rather than choosing someone who's at the same level as them? Why? Why? Why would they? I think that when you're thinking about what you can expect in a man or what you're looking for, look for someone who is your equal in every way. Or I should say, just look for it. You should expect that that's what you will find. Right? And if you want to attract better, then you need to level up. If you want to attract better, then level up. I don't want to attract the male version of me physically. Then you probably need to work on your body so you can attract the level of man that you want. Right? Because I'm going to tell you this. When I be walking down, I was walking down the street earlier today. I saw this couple, right? I'm in Bangkok right now. And I saw this couple. I see the same thing in Africa. I see it everywhere. I see this beautiful couple. She looked like she was some Instagram model, and so did he, right? They're not from here, right? They look like I couldn't tell what they were. They were like darker complexion. They didn't look like they were from this region of the world. But nonetheless, people tend to date and be attracted to people who are like them. People who go to the gym a good amount tend to be attracted to people who look like they do too. Successful people generally are attracted to other successful people. Unless they're looking for somebody that they just can run, you know? So to me, if you look at yourself in every way, shape, and form and you like, damn, I don't think I want to attract the male version of this, then okay. What do you want to change then? So you can attract different. Okay? Then change it. Financially, you want to attract a man that can afford to take care of you? Then financially, work on yourself to become at that level financially. Because I truly do believe that a man will step in and will step up for you when you have more. Men always want to elevate you more from where you already are at. Right? So if you are already at a high level, he's going to want to take you higher. But if you operating at a lower level as it is, you know, him taking you higher ain't going to be doing much. Will he buy you some tires every now and then? He may do something for you, but it's not going to be what you really expect. You see what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with that? Okay. Right? And so, yeah. So that, to me, I just think that you should look at yourself. Do you look like the level of man that you hope to attract? Do you earn like the level of man that you hope to attract? Are you emotionally healed like the level of man that you hope to attract? Some of y'all are emotional fucking wrecks. You cannot regulate your emotions. You have tempers. You have trust issues. You have anxious attachment styles. You're needy. You're clingy. You are dismissive. You're passive aggressive. You have horrible emotional management skills. And you're expecting to attract a man who's going to be even-tempered and calm and hold it down for you. Why? Why would he put himself through that? Why? Perhaps you should work on yourself so that you can be at that level emotionally of what you want to attract. That would make it a lot easier for you. Right? You see what I'm saying? I'm just calling out a thing. Because I'm going to tell you this for myself, okay? As a man, gay or not, as a man, period. Okay? I'm aware that I have options. All men are aware of their options. Gay or straight there, especially straight men, because I feel like straight men have more options than gay men. Obviously they do, right? It's just more women out there, period. You know? We're aware of our options. And if he's who used to say high value man? What was that? I think it was Kevin Samuels used to say that. Right? And I'm going to say this, okay? May he rest in peace. I didn't agree with a lot of his approaches, But I did agree with this sentiment, right? That high value men are aware that they're high value men. And there's nothing wrong with wanting one of them. But you have to become attractive for what you want to attract. You have to become attractive for what you want to attract. Are you hearing me? Why are you expecting someone to be attracted to you? Not just at the level enough to take you on a date, but then all out take care of you. All out take care of you. And you aren't even reflecting that you are his emotional, financial, spiritual, or physical equal. Don't you think that that's unfair on him? Imagine this. You raise your son. Let's say you got a son, right? Or a daughter, doesn't matter. You raise your child up. You put your child through the best schools that were available to you based on your resources in the local area, right? You put them in private school, you put them in the magnet program, whatever you did. You put them in sports so that they're very physically fit. You sent them on trips when you could. You did everything you could. Now you raised this child into becoming this young adult who is attractive, who is smart, who is emotionally put together, because when that child went through some things, you put them in therapy, you got your child to the best place you can get them to. And then they bring home somebody to you who is not clearly showing not very high levels of emotional intelligence. They bring home somebody to you who works a job that you kind of know that your child, male or female, is probably going to be the one taking care of this other person, right? Aesthetically, I mean, they're your child, so you ain't got to go to bed with their spouse, but they bring home somebody like, girl, you chose him. Boy, you chose her, right? Who just don't even look that great. They don't take care of themselves. Okay, so you met your child's new date, potential spouse. And they don't look like they are anywhere remotely at the level of what you raised your child into. What you going to say to your child as a mother? Don't give me that Hallmark shit. Oh, you can love who you want to live. No, for real, for real. What you really going to say to your child? I'll tell you what I would say. I said what my mother would say to me. Because my mother did when I was making poor choices in that way. Right? Baby, you grown. You do what you want to do. Which means you about to read them for filth. Okay? But, you sure? You sure? You sure? I love what Black Ice says. I will definitely ask my son to reconsider. Absolutely. I don't know about that one. That's what my grandmother would say. I don't know about that one. Where you think I'm at? And my grandmother straight up. They'll ask straight up. And what do you do for a living? When y'all be going out, who paid for the dates? You paid for a date to go out with him? Baby, the family gonna read him for filth. They gonna read her for filth too. They don't care. Family don't care, gay, straight, whatever. They not letting Junior step out with that ugly girl who don't take care of herself. They not letting him step out with that girl who got all these financial responsibilities, expecting their son to take care of her stuff. Right? You see what I'm saying? They just not. So my thing is this. If you would hold your child to that standard, or at least want to support them in dating someone at the level of who they are, why do you think that these men are running around here about to lower their standards for you? I don't know you personally, so if this touch your spirit, then it touch your spirit. Because I'm not talking to anyone individually. I'm speaking broadly. Why should a man lower his standards for you? Why should he
finance taking care of you. He's supposed to finance taking care of you. Right? Y'all don't want no 50-50. So he's supposed to finance taking care of you. Right? When you don't take care of your body, you don't take care of your mind. You know you don't. Right? You don't take care of your body. You don't take care of your mind. Your finances in shambles. Let me ask you something. Do you think that these men don't know that financially, the reason why some of y'all really want a man who makes more money than you is not because you want to feel all dainty for him paying the bill. It's because you've created a life for yourself that financially you can barely sustain as it is. That you 1 or 2 missed paychecks away from being on the street if we really got down to it. And therefore, you're looking for a man to pay for everything because at the end of the day, it's not about being in love, although that's a part of it. It's about that a man represents financial relief for you. You think that these men are that stupid? That they haven't figured that out yet? See, for him, it's not about, oh, I don't want to pay half the bill, blah, 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 I want to pay. It's not about that. In a way, I think sometimes when guys are on dates and they do that whole, all that shit about, what do you bring to the table and everything like that, I think that it is sometimes a relatively intellectually immature way of acknowledging one simple point. I don't want to be taken advantage of by somebody. I don't want to lower my standards for you. I don't think it's literally about, tell me what you bring to the table, blah, blah. All right? And obviously I'm talking about men who actually bring something to the table. I'm not talking about some broke dude who's saying this stuff. I'm talking about men who actually bring something to the table, who talk about these types of things. I get that the subject matter and the question kind of is a little cringy to hear. But let's get to the root of it. Let's get to the root of why they say these things and why they feel that sentiment. It's because his mother put work into him. His mother pressed him to get those good grades in school. His mother pushed him through that college, that trade school, that business school, that whatever it is. His mama made him go to medical school. His mama put him into sports. His mama taught him how to treat a woman. She raised him with the expectation of what he deserves. So yeah, when he's looking at you, evaluating what you bring to the table, it's because he's bringing something to the table. And at some point in time, he will be questioned by his mama, his sister, his grandmama, his best friend about what does she bring to the fucking table. And if he can't answer that, then baby, you don't move past go. Okay? Because unless that man is isolated on an island, the opinions of the people who made him into the man that he is, their opinions matter. Okay? And they not going to bed with you at night. So they not seduced or disillusioned by what you do in a bedroom. They're looking at it very, very, very objectively. But you want to be one of those women who get taken care of. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Why don't we start with you taking care of yourself? Why don't we start with positioning yourself financially so you don't need a man? Take yourself back to school. Ask for that promotion in that job. You've been working in the same position for 5 years, barely got a cost of living increase every year. Ask for a real increase that you deserve. If they don't give it to you, look for another job. Why don't you lower your expenses? Stop living above your means so that your money can go further. Why don't you take yourself to a gym? Stop waiting on January 1st to take your ass into a gym. Do it now. Build a habit of it. I don't care if you can't do nothing but 20 minutes on a treadmill 4 days a week. Do it. I'm just trying to put you through the boot camp of how to be taken care of. Because that's a job.
Those women who get taken care of, those men who get taken care of, look how they look. Well, my grandmama got taken care of. She had 7 kids and was overweight. Different time, baby. Different generation. And Instagram didn't exist. So your grandmother's competition was limited at best. But I guarantee if Instagram existed back then, your grandmama would have had some competition. He wouldn't have been sitting up there with her the whole time. Let's just call a thing a thing. All right? Different time. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing that goes on the other side that a lot of people kind of misconstrue just as a way to support their way of thinking. They'll say, MJ, you just trying to tell me to be with a broke man? Ain't nobody said that. Nobody said that. I'm not encouraging you to be with no broke man. I'm trying to actually tell you how to attract a man who got some money. Be attractive to him. Because let me say this, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to really do that much work to attract a broke man. Right? It's not hard to attract a broke man. Walk out your door. They right there. It's not hard to attract a broke man. All right? You don't need no lesson on that. I'm telling you how to attract a man with some money. And for that matter, I'm also trying to help y'all to become realistic about the fact that 9 of y'all out of 10 of y'all are not going to attract a man with money. Not that you're unattractive, not that there's something wrong with you, but the dating pool just don't work like that. If you got this many men available that are even eligible in the first place, and this many of them operate within the top 5% of earners in this country, what are the chances you're going to meet one of them? A. What are the chances that when you meet one of them, they're going to be compatible with you? B. What are the chances that when you meet them, that they're going to be compatible with you and single? C. What are the chances that when you meet them, they're going to be compatible with you, single, and listen to this, fully heterosexual, all right? Or access at the level, because a lot of y'all don't want to date no bisexual men, so, that takes a lot of them off the table for you, right? What are the chances? Oh, MJ, you don't understand because you gay. So gay men can't count? This is just pure statistics, baby. Have you ever looked at a census? Have you ever looked at what the average income in America is? Or in your country, wherever it is you live? Have you actually looked at it? Have you actually looked up what percentage of people in your particular country, at whatever you earn for a living, right? Whatever you earn, right? Let's say you earn $50,000 a year. Triple it, right? Quadruple it, right? Because you want somebody who can take care of you, right? So they need to earn a lot more than you to take care of you. Then Google what percentage of the people in my country, or whatever that country that is, earn blank amount of money, $200,000 or more, for using this example, right? What, 1%? And you gonna meet them, huh? Yeah, you gonna meet them. Yeah, you gonna meet them. And he gonna take care of you. Ooh, and y'all gonna be so compatible. Girl. You got pretty women out here who gorgeous and spend every day in the gym, and they still ain't meeting those men. Right? You say, MJ, did you ever watch Kevin Samuels? Do you think he said... What do you think? Oh, I guess you're asking what I think about Kevin Samuels. In all honesty, I really did not always love his approach. I didn't. I thought a lot of things he said was very accurate sometimes. I thought his approach, the delivery was, I think, hurtful sometimes. I think that sometimes, and maybe it was just the clips I saw, because I never have watched a full episode. Full disclosure, I've never seen a full episode of his lives. So maybe it's just the viral clips, right? And certainly people are not defined by their viral clips. But I felt like sometimes the delivery broke women down and did not build them up to be able to actually execute what he was teaching them. You can give someone the best lesson on earth, but if they walk away too broken down, they can't execute on it. And so I think that a lot of things he said were accurate. I think some of the things he said were completely inaccurate. But people watched. Millions of people watched, in fact. And I think that people got value out of it, or else they wouldn't have been watching. They wouldn't have been watching. Was it my approach? Nah. I'm not wired to deliver in that way. You know? It's not who I am, right? I do think that at the core, who we are as individuals ultimately does who are as individuals ultimately does project into how we speak. Right? And I think that it's very hard to separate the individual's opinions and experiences in the world from how we give advice. And I think that ultimately with him, he shared advice from his own perspective, from his own unique experiences. And clearly that resonated with a lot of people, because a lot of people watch. So again, I don't know everything he said. I've never seen a full episode of his. I've only seen like these 1 minute clips here, 2 minute clips there. You know, so I'm not really qualified to have a holistic opinion on him. I'm just not. But I do think that from the clips I saw, there were times where I said to myself, I get his point. It's a very valid point. I just wish the delivery was something a little bit different. That's what I felt, you know. But, you know, on the flip side, one could also argue, well, MJ, you should be more brutal. You should be like him. You should say it like him. Well, you know, he did very well within that. I've done well within what I do. We all have our own lanes. I'm very conscious not to criticize other creators. I can say if I disagree with something, but I never criticize or tear them down. That's never been my platform, right? I don't like doing that. You know, I don't like to criticize people unless they're just doing something just really mean. You know, I don't like to do that kind of stuff. And so, anywho, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll post this on YouTube so y'all can watch over there. Give me a couple minutes. It'll go over there, all right? Bye.